because you're working hard for the team, bad, you're not finishing well enough, you're not doing all this sort of stuff. So he was quite critical of me, and his criticism of me at the time was not how I was playing so much, which I would have took on the chin, because an opinion is, from your manager you have to respect, but he said to me that I wasn't backing him up and backing the philosophy of the team up. Because after the Everton game, I done Chelsea TV, I think, and said, we can't come to Everton and try and play tip-tap football and half-hearted and think we're going to win, because we're not going to Everton away. And I think he took that as a slant on his way of playing. He also had something with Ash where, I won't tell Ash's stories for him, that's for him to say, but so when we had an opportunity to say something back to him, I said, well, I don't think we're talking about playing good football, trying to play it from the back, which we were trying to do a lot, and we went to Everton trying to play really deep from the back, and I said, we're talking about, but we're not playing good football, and we're not winning games, and I want to get back to a little bit of what we used to be, is winning games. So anyway, it was a long talk. So basically, I think he took slight offence to what me and Ash said to him, and it wasn't disrespectful. As an experienced player, and I think that's one thing that people talk about Chelsea from the outside, and people love to put us down with it from the outside and talk about our dressing room and how strong our dressing room is. The reason we've got a strong dressing room is because we've got characters who want to win. Myself, John, Ash, Didier, Peter Cech. And without that, we wouldn't have won on Wednesday, we wouldn't have won in Munich, we wouldn't have won other things. So if you've got anything about you as an experienced player, you speak up when you think something. It's quite annoying as a general thing, because people talk about the managers when they change and they go, oh, the player power and players got them out. That's never ever been the case, and I wouldn't do it. And if I ever knew a player that went into above their station and said that the manager should change, I'd say to them, why don't you work about your own performance and let the manager change when the club decides. That's the way it is. Anyway, back to Napoli. We walked in and he said, oh, you're not playing, and I said, oh, all right. In a kind of, something.
So give us the all right. Hey, I'll be AVB, you be Frank, right? Okay.
So you fucking sure?
A little bit of role play, okay?
Cameras off, okay?
Frank, you're not playing.
You fucking sure? I'm joking a bit there, but I wasn't happy, and I wasn't. That would be disrespectful to say it in that way. But I did, say I disagree with you. And he said, well, and he said to me, well, I'm going to play you in the home league. And I said, I don't care about the home league. I want to play now. So we're talking about the game, and he gave his reasons for not playing me. To be fair to him, you joke now because it's all history, and I'm not being disrespectful to him. I'll talk about him after in a more positive way. But then I noticed on the board that Ash wasn't playing, and I said, "You're not playing Ash?" And he went, "Yeah, I'm going to play the single left back." And I.
Can we do role play for that as well? I think that's worse. I think the response is worse.
My opinion.
What did you say, Frank? Come on, get it off your chest.
No, my opinion was...
Essien, where's Essien sitting?
So Ash is out of the room. And my opinion was that he didn't play Ash because... And not so much me, because he hadn't been playing me so much. I think that just was a bit of an ongoing thing. I'm not sure even football-wise he wanted to play me at the time, in due respect. But with Ash, I didn't see the idea of playing a right back at left back for an important game when you've got the best left back in the world in your squad. I thought that was personal at the time because of what was said. And that was it. I walked out of the room, back into the group, had the food, and that was lunchtime because I remember stewing on it all afternoon. Actually, it was lunchtime, and that was it. But to be fair, I say it now, it doesn't matter. It was a private thing between me and him, and when you walk out with the lads and someone's playing in your place, you can't disrespect that. You get on with it, and when you come on, you try and make a difference. But it was a horrible night all round from the minute they started scoring, and it was a really tough game. I'm not saying if me and Ash had started that would have gone any other way. they've got Cavani and Lavezzi, two fantastic.
Well, those two ripped us to pieces.
They did, they did, and that can happen in Europe. You can go anywhere in Europe away at top teams, and that can happen to you. Simple as that. And they beat us well. Thank God. I mean, watching that back, you remember the fact that we lifted that trophy in Munich. People don't go back to Ashley's block on the line. You know what I mean?
Well, that's as good as a goal.
Yeah.
That goes to 4-1. And I'm glad you mentioned it. I was watching back the DVD a couple of days ago. It's Czech saves as well. I mean, there's 2 against Leverkusen at home. There's 1 against Leverkusen away. Okay, we got beat. But there's a save at a crucial stage of the game against Valencia. I mean, when you look back over that, you think, oh God, we actually did limp through. You know, we did kind of get through and think.
Yeah.
We didn't go through with flying colours as we have done in previous seasons.
No, and previous seasons we've flown through the group and got knocked out in the last 16. It's funny how it works, and the fact that the competition starts again in February, sometimes you can find yourself in bad form in the group stages, and all of a sudden you hit good form, and vice versa, which has happened before when Inter Milan beat us here, and we should have beaten them if we were playing well, but we were having a funny time. But going back to Peter Cech, just quickly, I was thinking about it the other day. Someone asked me about him, and I don't remember him being in the team of the year for a while, like the PFA team of the year. And you know, they picked De Gea or Joe Hart, great goalkeepers, but this fella gets taken so much for granted outside his club. He makes saves. You know, I'm not going to block him now, but he hardly ever makes them big boobs that keepers can make. He makes save upon save upon save, and in the end, people expect it because he's been in 10 years doing it. We know how good he is, but you know the credit, it should be every time there's a player of the year. The goalie this year should have been Peter Cech, and it should have been last year as well.
I totally agree with that. Well, that's the good news and bad news about the Napoli game. The bad news is we drew with Birmingham in the FA Cup. The good news is AVB got the sack. And Frank found himself back in the team. Just quickly, 3-1 down. Because of the away goal, it gave us a chance. Had Ash not cleared that off the line, you think it's too much. But that away goal gives us a little bit of an edge going into the game. What was it like going out there, home leg, Napoli, we've got to get the first goal. Tell us what it was like in that dressing room before that game.
This is European football, and I said actually when we walked in the dressing room in Napoli, we've just been bashed 3-1, it could have been 4. And I said, don't worry lads, we've got an home game here, and I know what European football's like, you know. And if we get ourselves set for the bridge, we can turn anything around, particularly that with an away goal. And just quickly on AVB, I don't look like I'm digging him out, because I think he came here with a plan and a way to go about his business, and I don't look like I'm disrespecting that. I mean, we didn't communicate that well ourselves. I think it was a slight clash with different people and things like that. But it didn't work, but I wouldn't want to rub his face in it, and he's going, the fella's trying to do a good job there at Tottenham now. You know, no matter what happens at the weekend, they might not come top 4, and we won't cry about that, but that's because we're Chelsea fans and they're Tottenham, not because we, you know...
That's for North London to worry about, not us.
True.
Okay, 3-1 down. Oh, Frank, go on.
No, I think we... I mean, a change of manager gives us a lift. I mean, that can happen, you know, that was... we'd had a bad patch, and when Robbie steps in, he was brilliant at making a quick change, like, very simple things, talking to people, building up that game, talking about it, and we had the Birmingham replay beforehand, I think. And he said,
that wasn't an easy game. I mean, that's a banana skin in itself away there.
Yeah, but that was a tough game. But talking about man management, like Robbie came to me, and I've been out of the team a bit, and he said to me, I'm not going to play at Birmingham because I want you for that Napoli game so bad. And that made me feel 10 feet tall. Even when you're 33 and you played 500 odd times, you know, sometimes the manager doesn't talk to you or doesn't play you, doesn't say a word to you, you still kind of go home to your missus and go, I'm a bit low on confidence here, why is he not picking me, what am I doing wrong? You know, you do that. And
he cares. It matters. It does matter.
It's true. We're all human beings, and
Frank, we all love you.
She said, "Shut up." She has the power.
Should we have a group hug?
No, but what Robbie did there with me, which I presume he did with Didier as well at the same time, because me and Didier sort of used in the same kind of way and rested certain games, and he made me feel special for that game, and that's how you get the best out of players, simple as that. And Robbie did it, not just me, did it with all of us, really built the game up, and by the time it came, we were absolutely raring to go. and with belief, to be fair, we would do it.
And that turned out to be one of those fantastic nights, Champions League nights at Stamford Bridge, and we got through. Let's have a watch of it.